Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Pastime Picks Podcast. I'm Keith.
I'm Andy.
Andy over there. How's it going, everyone? So this week we're going to draft our favorite Christmas movies. A little break from sports. We'll be back to sports next week. I think we talked about Andy doing the best football nicknames. We're going to draft the best football nicknames next week.
Yeah.
So
can I say that was a little banger of a come in there, as the kids like to say that.
Yeah. Like our new intro song.
I felt like I was from the Miami in the 80s or something.
Yeah, a little bit of a retro. We're retro. We're vintage sellers here. We got to have a little throwback intro song.
Speak for yourself. I age like a fine wine. You age like milk.
I look like I'm 28, right? Come on.
You age like milk.
No, come on now. If we could put up a poll here, we would get a poll. Who looks younger? But he's actually, what are you, like?
A couple months.
30 days younger? Yeah, a couple months.
2 months, I think. Yeah.
No, not 2 months.
Yeah.
I think it's like
a month and a half, we'll say.
All right,
wow.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
It's a riveting conversation to start.
Yeah, that's a bad start. So we're gonna do a giveaway too. I will announce this and I'll put it in the banner, but we're gonna do a choice of another sealed vintage wax pack. So we're gonna do a choice of a 81 Fleer baseball wax pack. The best is the sealed Alf wax pack. Everyone loves Alf.
Don't get that. Don't see those often.
Yeah, and then a Batman wax pack. So we're going to be giving that away. So we're going to draft our favorite Christmas movies. We'll start that shortly. But Andy, you were telling me he was telling me a story via text earlier today that you could tell he's a real picker and a real reseller now based on what you were telling me. So go ahead and tell us, Andy.
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, and I'm definitely not. This never came up. It was kind of a version of what happened maybe with the garage, but yeah, I had a dream last night that it was like of course, as dreams go, it was kind of bizarre and made no sense and anything like that. But somehow you and I think, came across this warehouse that this guy was trying to get rid of or something, and he had all this stuff like lined up, much like our warehouse, which was probably where it came from, and we were just going through it, and he was like, I just got to get rid of it. I just want you to, if you can clean it out, then it's all yours. I was like, all right, that's pretty good. And we were going through stuff. And then, of course, his bizarre dreams, his dreams are so bizarre. There's like a dump truck in the garage. And we're like, how are we going to get all this? Yeah. How are we going to get all this stuff out? And we're like, well, we'll put it in the dump truck. He's like, yeah, it comes with the dump truck. So yeah.
Oh, damn. A free dump truck?
I know.
Damn.
Well, I guess, not many people have had that happen before. So
no. Well, you're a reseller when that happens, because I know I've had a lot of like flea market dreams where you're like, everyone
you find the perfect pick. Is that what it is? Or
everyone knows. When you're a reseller, you sort of dream picking as well. So, or when you're a picker. So, that's pretty cool. And I was telling Andy, I had an interesting situation today that I was driving to my warehouse, and I was making a left at a green light where the light turned green. I was making a left on a pretty busy road near where I live, and this car comes flying down the shoulder, like coming on the road I was turning onto. What's up, Dan? How's it going? So he's flying down the road. He's on the shoulder, almost hits me. Doesn't. He swerves around me, keeps going. Then goes in oncoming traffic in the other lane, flying up the road. Gets to a very busy intersection and stops because there's cars were flying past. Yeah. And there happened to be a cop was sitting up there. The cop pulls out in front of traffic and is like just looking at the guy. The light turns green. He speeds off again. In the wrong lane. The cop lights up his lights, starts following him. All of a sudden, the cop just merges back into traffic and turns his lights off. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. I mean, the guy almost hit me. Probably almost hit other people too.
Huh? Was he going to some sweet yard sale or something? I don't
know what that was. The car was messed up looking. I don't know if he got in an accident. I don't know what happened, but I mean, I guess it's a thing where the police aren't allowed to chase. But it was crazy.
Yeah,
it was crazy. Maybe he called ahead. I'm hoping, but it was a dangerous scene out there.
That's crazy. Yeah. Well, should we do what are you wearing scene?
Go for it. Start it off, Andy.
Got my in honor of the holidays, my Lions Christmas sweater, ugly Christmas sweater, which I've worn to several Christmas parties.
I think all Lion sweaters are ugly though. That's sort of a Is that an oxymoron? Am I using that properly?
I don't think it is.
I think it might be.
It. Okay.
What's up, Mark? How's it going, Mark?
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. So I got. You know what this one is, Andy? This hat here.
Isn't that's like the maker of the shark tooth? No, wait, they probably call that like the some type of weird name for it, right? Is it like
This is the starter hat first, starter hat, but this is called a starter shockwave.
Yeah, I was gonna
shockwave. Yeah,
I was gonna say, what's the thing when you're in the hospital that the monitor? Beep, you know?
Oh yeah, the little starter EKG. Yeah.
EKG, that's what it looks like. That's what I call it. I call it an EKG hat.
Yeah. All right, Andy, so let me get the screen share so we can figure out who drafts first. And then while I'm doing that, guys, we're giving away one of these three: an 81 Fleer pack, an Alf pack, or a Batman pack. Just throw hashtag Batman in the chat. That's down below in the ticker there. I think so, Dan. Yeah, we'll get it together. We have 3 weeks against some lackluster opponents, so I think we'll be all right. But yeah,
it's a good question.
I don't want to bring up the Eagles.
You will see his demeanor change over the next couple if
yeah. Oh,
if they start to tank.
I don't know if I would have even done the podcast yesterday. I need a day. Like, what's up, Snow? How's it going, man? I don't know how authentic in the beard Tim does it. Tim the beard. After a loss, he goes on and like analyzes it. That just it eats at me for like several days. Like my wife goes,
it just throws salt in the wound. I know. I can't watch any of my favorite thing is after, if the Lions win is to watch the, all the analysts and stuff afterwards, the highlights and all that stuff. But like, if they lose, it's just like, I don't want to see anything. I don't want to know how they lost.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just go into shutdown mode.
It's a nightmare.
What's up, Michael? How's it going? Happy holidays to you and happy holidays to everyone in the chat.
Yeah.
Let me screen share this and get to the, again, hashtag Batman to get your choice of a vintage wax pack that we'll give away towards the end of the stream. Let me find the.
Yeah, he's a Commanders fan. Is that right,
Tim? Yeah.
Yep. I will say this though, being a Lions fan for a long time and it being so painful, it's almost worse to be really good and lose than to be really bad. You're expecting to lose going in.
Yeah. You can be. Yeah, it's not as painful for sure. Yeah, you're sort of numb to it, right?
Yeah,
Lions fans are numb.
Yeah, we've been numb for a little bit. Not anymore. Now, if they lose, it's like the sky is falling again.
You'll get used. Well, maybe you won't. I don't know if you get used to that. But that's it. It hurts. All right, here we go. Let's see who picks first. Damn.
Woo!
Every freaking week. I don't think I've
much like the Lions. Dan, personally, I think Bears are going to be a difficult team to beat next year because they are. If Fields can stay healthy and they have 2 top 10 picks and they already have a good defense and they're difficult. I think they're going to be difficult out for. They're just not quite over the hump yet. I don't love their coach either, but anyway.
No, put it in, Brandon. More the merrier, man. Go ahead. Yeah, hashtag
it's all
Batman.
good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And do a video of opening that one too. But yeah, I think the Bears will be good. Justin Fields, I assume they're keeping him. There's some talk about whether they're going to trade him or not, but I think they traded for Montez Sweat, which I know Tim wasn't thrilled with. But I think they're fighting. They're putting up some fights at the end of the year here.
Yeah, Sweat's been on fire. Like he's been one of the best. I feel like defensive linemen over the past few weeks. And that team was, their defense was already good. And it feels, like I said, they have so many options. They could take if a quarterback falls to them, I guess they could trade one of them. They have a lot of options. It's nice. It's nice having 2 picks in the top 10 and one being probably number 1, right? Because they have Carolinas.
Yeah. That'd be interesting to see what they do, whether they trade that. And speaking of that, we're talking about me and Andy about doing a live stream, live and list, and talk about the draft on draft night. So we'll
something to think about.
Yeah,
maybe we'll see where we're at on that.
Yeah, it's a lot of time between now and then. Yeah.
Oop. Cool. All right. So
yeah, Andy, so you're starting it off, Andy.
First pick in the draft yet again. I kind of do feel like a Lions fan because we're always getting really high picks. I'm going to take this one. I think personally, this is the best Christmas movie out there right now. It's one of this comedian's best films, I think, that he's been in a lot of good stuff. And that number 1 is Elf. Elf is it's like probably, there's been some good ones, that we've had, like in the past. I feel like good Christmas films, but Elf is kind of a newer. It's probably not. It's probably pretty old at this point, but it's good. It's got Zoe Deschanel in it, who I'm not a huge fan of, but
she's very good at that, though.
Yeah.
I love Elf. Yeah, there aren't many Christmas movies I'll watch when they're on anytime, but that's a great one.
It's got so many. I mean, it's funny, but it's also I mean, it's. There used to be a couple films that would come on, and I would probably watch them. But like Keith said, if Elf comes on, I'm pretty much watching it every time. Oh,
there's so many great scenes like that. I know him when he sees like when Santa walks out, or
when he's got
singing in the bathroom, singing
spaghetti and syrup. That's always classic.
Yeah, right? No, there's so many great scenes with that. I didn't think you're going there. But that's definitely a top 2 for me. Yeah. So
that was my number 1 for sure. I had to go that route.
Yeah.
I know. I probably don't know as many like name drops because it's not something I watch throughout the year. So I haven't watched it like 1,000 times. I watch it a lot at Christmas, but I don't remember as many of the good drops from it. But all right. So what do you got? Number 2. Did I take your number 1? Would you have gone number 1?
No, you did not take number 1. You got to go another like best movie by a specific actor, but specific comedian. I had to go with National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. I mean, obviously that's
good.
They're 1 and 2. They're 2 and 1, however you put them. But I mean, to me, Uncle Eddie or Cousin Eddie, right? Cousin Eddie? Is it cousin or Uncle Eddie? What do they call him? You don't know.
It's Uncle Eddie. Uncle Eddie, I think. Well, it's his.
Uncle
it's
Eddie?
It's his wife's brother. Right?
I think it's Cousin Eddie. Whatever it is.
Maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, his character is amazing with just walking through the Walmart or Kmart, like 15 bags of dog food, throwing it on the cart. And his character is awesome.
Of course, when he's cleaning out his RV too.
Yeah. Yeah. I won't use that word because that word, I hate that word.
You hate that word?
Yeah, I hate that SH word. I don't know. It grosses me out.
Oh boy. Cousin Eddie. Okay.
It is Cousin Eddie. There we go. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure. Yeah. Good pick. Yeah. That's definitely, that's top 4 for top 3, maybe probably top 3. Yeah. It's great. That's a great movie. There's so many, that was like during his heyday. I feel like, there's really 3, Christmas or 3 vacation movies, right? That were of any good. The original Vacation, which was amazing. Then there was like European Vacation, which was okay, I think, and then Christmas Vacation. Then they did one where they're in Vegas, I think, Vegas Vacation, maybe.
Yeah, that was okay. It wasn't comparable to the others.
Yeah, but those 3 are all classics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good pick. Yeah, good pick.
I'm going to be honest. I went over to my brainstorming chart that I used to chart the draft, and I for your first pick, I figured, let me get it in there. I typed in Christmas Vacation. So he threw me for a loop, so I just copy and pasted it up atop.
Oh, all right.
In my spot. So yeah, that's
interesting. Okay.
But either way, I mean, you can't go wrong with either of those 2 picks.
Yeah, that's why they went 1 and 2. So
yeah, for sure.
Cool. All right.
Let me get over here.
Sale of the week.
All right, here we have the sale of the week. So I think in this segment, I have 2 sales. Andy has 2 sales. And for people in the chat, feel free to, we want you to chime in with your guesses as well as to a selling price. The goal for us is to get within 10%. We will show you if we succeeded or didn't succeed by a little video clip. But yeah, let me get my screen shared here first. Let's see.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take it this time. I have some good ones. We got some good sales this week, so I'll be interested.
All right, so here we have this is a partial box of sealed baseballs. I think 1940s De Beer company, they call them Energized League balls. There's like 6 sealed boxes, 1 open box, 1 loose ball, and then the big dozen count box. So, and if you watch my channel, Andy, you remember I actually sold one of these before I published the video, and I had a second one. This one sold this past week. So if you watched, I don't know if you're paying attention.
No, you usually don't pay attention, but interesting. Okay, because we have some softballs that are in like similar vintage, but I think they're just in the box, and they did not sell super well. But
softballs. I'm not going to give you any tips here or hints here, but softballs are the ugly stepsister when it comes to like sealed balls. So they don't really.
I see.
Not that there's anything wrong with the ugly stepsister, just metaphor there. I'm not nothing against stepsisters.
Oh boy, yeah, you're digging yourself a hole.
Don't cancel me.
Okay, well, I don't know, Chad. I might need a little help on this one because I'm kind of not really sure where to go on this. I feel like I don't think it's the fact that there's 6 of them and the original box. Kind of, I feel like maybe is a premium. 280 is the first guess. That's not bad. I don't know if it's quite that much. I think, yeah, Dan, I
think that was a new. I think the 280. That was a new name. I don't recognize that name from the chat. So thank you.
Yeah.
And we had Mark. Mark had a guess there. 185.
185. Okay. Mark, I think I like yours a little bit better. I'm gonna say, I think I'm still gonna go below you there, Mark. I'm gonna go 145.
145. So we had your 145. Mark had 185. BD had, I forget. I clicked off of it. 280. Was it any?
280. Yep.
280. All right. Let's see here.
With karate, I'll kick your ass.
Bam. All right. Okay.
That was a fail according to that video. So let me get to the real price here.
Is this gonna shock me a little bit on this? I'm confused.
Hold on 1 second. I should have been ready with that. I was focused on the Karate Kid scene.
Yeah. Well, that's also important, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 195. So Mark,
wow, okay.
Mark nailed it.
Nice.
I mean,
nice
within 10% for sure. Yeah. So,
well, Mark,
congrats, Mark. Mark knows his stuff.
Well done. Okay. All right. So let's jump to me. I'm going to present my screen now. All right. I think you are going to like this one. If I can find it. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You recognize this, right? You've seen this before. This was
the Bath Rico Bank. Yeah.
This was one of the things that we picked from, or not picked, but I guess we got from the large garage buy that we had.
Yep. Actually, it's funny you said that. I pulled out 2 more of these from a box from the garage buy yesterday. I photographed it. It was an Arkansas one. He always bought a lot of them.
It's cool. I like it. It wasn't terribly heavy to ship too, which was
no, they're not. Even though they're metal, they're not terribly heavy.
Yeah.
That Brandon's guess, that was for the previous item, I'm sure.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, that was out before. So these are good. These are so people don't know, they're metal coin banks. They made them for different colleges, different mascots. I think they're like 1950s. I forget the exact time period of them. Probably around 1950s, maybe 60s, but I think 50s. So Minnesota Golden Gophers. That's not, I think it's slightly of a rare one. You don't see Minnesota of them as much. I tend to have a lot of Arkansas, a lot of other schools. I'm going to guess $69.99. $69.99 is my guess. And let's see. So we have 89 for Dan. We have 105 for Mark.
All right.
I was $69.99.
All right, I'm going to try this.
Richard! Oh, wow! Wow!
No, boy, you undershot, my friend. Let me just stop this and present screen again. I don't need to tell you everything I'm doing, but
sorry, I do the same thing. Oh, wow. That is a shocker. Yeah, that's a shocker. I mean, I would have looked it up before I listed it, but yeah, that's I knew that was a rare one. I haven't had Minnesota before.
Yeah, so we had it up for $199 actually, I think, and it had been up for a while. So I will say it's it didn't sell overnight, but
yeah, that's all right.
That's
a strong sale for sure.
But there you go. All right, bring it again. I'm feeling better about this one now, I think.
I don't know. I don't know if your dog is feeling better about this one.
Yeah,
He's not confident in
it's
you.
not.
Let me give me a second here. So this we had an item like this last week. So let me share it. All right. So here we have a glove box. Now this is just the glove. I'm sorry, just the box. Just the box. No glove. It's a Ted Williams probably late 50s Ted Williams Wilson photo box. So no glove. And I could have held this box until I found the glove, but we have enough stuff. I don't have to hold projects forever. I mean, list it, sell it.
So my thought process on this is box is not in great shape, but it's decent shape. It's got a little few stains on it.
Yeah.
The name was way better, right? The name is a lot better than the one that we sold that had the glove within it. So I'm assuming that matters some.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So my guess, and I will say, I'm going to give you two answers too. I think the box is probably going to be more than the other box, but I don't think it's as much as the other box with the glove. So I think the Ted Williams box with the glove in it could have been upwards of $600. That would have been my guess. The box alone, I am going to say, is $175.
$175. All right, so we have guesses in the chat. We had Mark guessed 145. We have Dan guessed 100. I think Brandon was in on this one because that was after I posted the glove. So let me get to the answer here. Holy, I'm shocked. I'm shocked on that. Hold on. Let me get to another screen. I'll give you the real price.
I think my mic was muted.
I was wondering why I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, knocking it out of the park, guys. Can't. $174.99, right? Is that what it was?
No, come on now. You're not gonna get it.
Pretty close.
Yeah, 185. So you were definitely in the 10% range. So that was. I like your you got through that. You debated your. I'm not really. You know what I'm trying to say. I mean, you worked your way to get to that answer, right? Yeah. The glove wouldn't have added that much value, though.
Interesting. Okay.
The glove would have added value. I would have probably put it up for $250, $300 with the glove. But really, the glove, if you bought the glove by itself, the glove is probably like a $30, $40 glove.
Oh, really? Okay.
But still, if you get them both together, people will pay a little bit of a premium. But the glove is the part that you want for sure.
And I'm assuming
the box,
the name on it too matters, right? So I mean, that's probably one of the more premium boxes, I would assume.
Well, yes and no. The name is one of the better names, Ted Williams, but it's not the brand is not as good. This is like a little bit later one, like the one we bought from the garage buy. That was a Stan Musial Rawlings brand glove box. That was an earlier style. Okay. I think we got like $600 for that one, I believe, right? So
yeah,
it's just the maker, and that was a little bit earlier.
Okay.
I sold a mantle for like $1,200 too. Mantles the number one as far as that era. 50s era stuff.
That makes sense. And is that, I mean, did you discount any at all on the kind of the stains at all, or no? Would you put it up for that almost no matter what?
Well, what's funny with this? I actually, this came in Bill's, the storage unit that I bought prior to us buying the garage, right?
Gotcha.
And when I was researching it, trying to comp it out, Worth Point, I found the exact same one that he had bought in an auction like 10 years ago. The same stains. It sold at that auction for $149.
Interesting.
So, but I knew times change, things go up. So I think I put it up for $224.99, I believe, and then I took an offer.
Gotcha.
But yeah, if it didn't have the stains, I would have put it up for $275 probably.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah, it's funny how often there's a pennant that I have that we got that has I don't know, it's some random hockey team, I think, but it's got signatures on it. Yeah. And it's got like, I don't know, probably 30 signatures on it. They're all like not good players or anything, but I searched on WorthPoint, exact same thing, because it has the same exact signatures on it. It's
Oh, you
like,
found the same one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always nice when that happens, when you find the exact comp, right?
Yeah,
The exact
yeah, that's
item.
why. But,
Dan, I think that sold within a day. That was a quick seller. This kind of stuff usually does if you price it right. I mean, again, I could have held it for the glove and sold it for a little bit more, but we have a warehouse full of death pile and I'm happy to move stuff like that. And yeah, I think the Mutual boxes, or at least one of them, has cards on the back. I'm not sure if they all do, but I know what you're talking about.
all right.
All right, time for me to redeem myself.
We'll see.
I can't have a King of Pennants.
Well, seeing as how I am the King of Pennants, we're going to have to go to a pennant. So, first of all, rare, right? It's always a good sign.
So what? Amarillo Gold Sox,
Mm-hmm.
the Padres affiliate. It looks like.
Yeah.
Right. Hold on, let me change my name here.
Well, you got to earn that name, buddy. So let's make sure you can get this right first.
I changed my name to the. Well, you can't even see it, but the OG KOP, the original gangsta King of Pennants, because I taught Andy everything he knew, everything he knows.
WorthPoint did, but that's fine.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't have. This is often, if you don't have WorthPoint, this is a guessing game, right? So is this 70s? Do you think it's 70s or early 80s?
I think it is. Very like late 70s, early 80s.
They probably weren't around too long, I'm guessing. I never even heard of that team.
No.
Hmm.
And I will say, not to give too much away, but this was not one that had a lot of comps for. There were a few,
which is always nice. It's good and bad. How I price it, but you don't want to see a ton of stuff listed for sure, or at least a ton of stuff in the past that sold. All right.
By the way, hey Roman, yes, of course. Got a lot.
What's up, Roman?
Woo,
what's up, Roman?
Good. And thank you for your win too. Although you guys did. You guys barely held on there. I was going to have to give you a little flack if you didn't beat the Bears, even though the Lions didn't.
And you should watch Roman's channel. He has a after every Browns win, he has like a little celebration short that he puts up. Him like screaming at the TV. So it's pretty. And by the way, before I nail this price, we're doing a giveaway. You get your choice of a 3 vintage sealed wax packs, a little Batman action. You get the favorite Alf sealed wax, or 81 Fleer, probably the best of the group, but maybe somebody likes Alf or Batman. All right, I'm going to guess.
We're gonna go through. We got a few guesses.
Okay, yeah. Show me the guesses. Yeah.
185 from Dan. Mark is at 125.
Yeah, we're in the same ballpark. I'm going to guess 135. 135.
Okay.
I don't like the quick smile. Oh. It was too much glee for me to be winning.
It's not glee.
No poker face. No poker face there.
Whatever.
I don't know if that was the right one.
I know, Marks. That's a fail, I guess.
Right? It is. Not that far off. I mean, you can't be that far off in Pennants, obviously. But this one sold for $99. So $99.99.
Okay. Whoa, would I guess 135? So yeah, I lost.
Yeah,
I lost.
110 or 90. So, but close, I guess, sort of within 30%.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, what did you start it at?
I started at 99 and it sold for 99.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, that's nice.
It's weird.
It comes along at full price. Oh, Brandon nailed it. Right? Yeah. There you go. Good job, Brandon.
Perfect. That was. But there's not. I mean, I feel like this is kind of a higher end pennant, but I typically don't even sell that many though, like that high. Honestly, I mean that's a pretty good price. I feel like there's not that many.
Yeah, because when we started doing this, you would look at that pennant and you're like, all right, what is that, $15-$20, right? I mean, you get to know when you never heard of a team before, it could be good, but it's definitely.
Well, I mean, you got to also think about too, right? It could be extremely rare, but somebody has to want it if it's rare too. So, I mean, just because it's rare doesn't mean that I'm sure I have a ton of rare travel pennants that nobody's ever going to buy because they're from some podunk town. So it has to be collectible, I think, obviously, and also somewhat rare. So
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Hey, Whatnot would have fetched that price, I'm sure. Do you sell on Whatnot, Roman? I gotta follow you over there. I haven't seen you on Whatnot, but I know I see on YouTube and everywhere else.
Yeah, I mean, I listen. We have, I don't know how many I sell a week, but maybe depends on. Yeah, that's true. We sell, I don't know, maybe 20 or so a week, depending on how many I put up and stuff as well. But yeah, I mean, those sit up there for a while too. So yeah, it makes sense if you want to flip them over. But I think we're okay to hold on for a little bit.
Yeah, Brandon, or why did I say Brandon? Yeah, Roman. I sell on Whatnot, but I actually took a little step back for the last like couple months. I used to sell like weekly. I would alternate hat auctions and garage sale category, but just the amount of work I was putting in, especially with holidays coming up, and my shipping, I still work full time, and I've probably shipped like 400 packages the past 30 days. So doing that and working full time and still listing, I scratched Whatnot off the list, but I enjoy doing it. Me and Annie have done them together a few times.
Yeah, it's fun. It's
Yeah.
fun, but yeah, I mean, you're obviously you're not getting great prices on that for a lot of the stuff too, which I guess is fine. But yeah, your hats I think are probably kind of cool. I think it's good for if you get a lot of huge stuff, you know, a lot of kind of an item that's not hard to ship. So, but
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hats are easy, but yeah, you never know. It's fun to do. I'll keep doing them, but. And then there's a new platform, which I'll talk about later on too. But Dibbit, or not Dibbit, on District, one stop shop by RIN, but also Dibbit is another marketplace on District. Andy, you got to get up. You've been over there yet, Andy? I talked about it.
Yeah, you told me about it, but I haven't.
You got to get over there. At least use my link. You get $10 free to spend, man.
Okay.
Get over
there.
there.
You have to buy your stuff, I guess, right?
Well, I put up. Let me grab this. I'll show what I put up this week. I don't know if it has a bid yet, but I put a group of like non-sport cards up there for 99 cents. There's like some.
So what's the premise of District then? Is it similar to just like any marketplace type of thing?
It's sort of a combination of Whatnot as well as like Discord, where you have like chats, Discord, Whatnot, and there's like regular buy it now stuff as well. So it's actually, yeah. I mean, it's a blend of several different marketplaces. I don't know. Yeah. Dibbit is the one run by the Trash to Cash podcast guys, which everyone in the chat I'm sure knows them. And One Stop Shop that I'm on is by the Reseller Information Network. But it's fun. They're doing a marathon tomorrow. That's a good time to sign up and get that $10 to spend. There's like 15, 20 sellers doing one.
Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with Roman. Like I think there's you're sending me something new. Like I feel like every month it's like, oh, we're selling here, you know, Posh Mart and all that stuff. It's like it's crazy. There's so many different. I don't know how you keep them like separate. Like
that's complicating. Yeah, but I don't. I mean, it's great for buying, but I've sold on there. I live streamed once, and I'll do it again once the holidays get clear. But yeah, Brendan, I didn't see that sale. Maybe I saw it pop up on like a Google like homepage when I was searching for something else. I didn't see the details of it. Who's it? Heritage or who? Do you know who's running it?
Interesting.
Dan, I did. Yeah, I sold a few pieces in the. I sold one via the Magic Comment, like an Eagles shark tooth hat that I sold, and then sold a couple other pieces. American Arbitrage bought something from me in Tim's live, and then I sold some stuff in my own live. I got to get to listing a little bit more over there too. Now that holidays are winding down, shipping is not as crazy.
Cool. All right, so let's. We're back to movies, right?
Yes.
So
okay. We got a snake draft. You get a snake draft.
So you get to pick first this round. Understood.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Should I take this? I don't know if you're going to take it.
Come on. I got a few. I'm in there on, but
all right. I'm going to risk this one. I have a pick that I would pick above this.
Okay.
But I think I'm going to hold that pick. I'm going to go. And this is a sequel, so most people wouldn't have picked in this order probably. But I'm gonna go Home Alone #2.
Interesting.
I think Home Alone 2 I think it's better. He's a little older. He's not as like a a little kid in that one. I mean, still a little kid, but not as
Yeah.
little. And I think the scenes in the old house that they're getting renovated, the violence is much amped up, right?
Gotcha.
But when I was in high school, I think that movie came out in 92 or 93, 92, I think. But I worked at Woolworths, and I don't know if anyone in the chat even knows what a Woolworths is. Andy worked at Woolworths too, briefly.
Yeah, briefly.
Yeah, but it was like a Kmart kind of store back then that closed probably in the late 90s.
Yeah.
And I worked in the electronics section, which is like a big square that was like alarms everywhere. You couldn't take anything out of there. CDs, movies, no DVDs, or there probably no CDs yet either, to be honest. There we go. Yeah. But I worked in there, and that Home Alone 2 was on loop for like every day, like nonstop, over and over and over again. But I still,
and you picked it?
I still picked it. I saw that movie. I must have seen that movie 1,000 times.
That was like a nightmare more than
93. Yeah.
Ugh, that's horrible.
Uh,
Interesting. Okay. Certainly doesn't preclude you from taking the prequel, or not the prequel, but the original Home Alone.
no, I don't think so.
But I will say, not on my list.
Wow.
Not on my list at all. I cannot stand Home Alone for some reason. I don't know.
Oh, really?
Never liked it. I know people are gonna drag me for this, but I just never thought it was a very funny movie.
Oh man, the Pesci Daniel Stern scene.
Yeah, no, I know they had good people. I'm not gonna. And it actually had who's the woman in it? She's been in a bunch of stuff after that now too. So,
you mean the mother?
Yeah,
the mom.
She was. I can't remember her name. She was in Schitt's Creek and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, she's definitely. She's done a lot more.
But okay, interesting.
Yeah, Mark's got it 5 and 10.
Yeah,
and you're right, Dan. I should hate it, but I don't know. I didn't watch it for like 20 years, and now now I enjoy it again.
Well, I'm glad you took that. That was not on my list. It makes this next one. Like, I don't know how you didn't take this one. This was, I feel like, the one. I mean, definitely top 3 for me, and that's Christmas Story. How could you not take that? That's one of the most classic movies.
No, it was out of my top 10.
What?
Yeah, out of my top. I put it on there number 13 just because I wanted to put it on the list.
You're so wrong. Wrong.
I can't. I'm not. I mean, I like that back in the day when there was like 3 channels to watch, and that was on, right? Nothing else to watch, but. I mean, there's like some okay scenes, but it's so cringy.
I mean, by that logic, like you should hate Home Alone 2. I mean, that's the only thing that you were watching. So
yeah, no, I know, but I haven't watched that in several years. Not a huge fan of it. But I'm sure I'm not the leg lamp. There you go, Jim B.
I think I personally think you're in the minority on this one. I think that's
I want to hear it from the chat. I mean, there we go. Dan's right. Yeah, not in the top 5. Yeah, I agree.
Really?
Dan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Dan. Maybe maybe I thought that one was going to be. I thought that could have been your number 1. Honestly.
If we were, I think for the 60 and older crowd, that's probably number 1, or some of the
60 or older. What are you talking about? It came out in the
but it's set in the 50s, right? When is it set? It's like So
when he comes down in the bunny costume, it's so good.
Well, Jim Bean's got on your back on that one.
Yes. Thank you, Jim.
I mean, I know I'm sure a lot of people would have it in their top 5. I had it outside of my top 10, but I'm not judging you.
Okay.
Let me put it on my draft board here.
Everybody's got an opinion. It's fine. It's all good. I'm
relieved. I think you're still in my pick. I'm relieved.
Well, I got another pick coming before you pick, so don't worry about that.
Oh, I forgot about that. I forgot.
I still may, so don't worry about that.
I'll be devastated. Guys, there we got it so far. We got Christmas Vacation. Oop, let me click off of that. Christmas Vacation, Home Alone 2 for me, Elf, Christmas Story for Andy. Yeah, see? BD knows.
Yeah, I get it. I think it's still it still holds up pretty well. The thing is, like, it was in the 50s it was centered around the 50s when we were watching it in the late 80s, early 90s, whenever it came out. And it's like that hasn't changed, right? The timing hasn't changed. It doesn't get like, it's not like the 80s movie that came out now is so dated. It was dated from the start. So it didn't lose anything for me. So
I agree.
That's just the way I felt. But
I think some newer movies have pushed it down people's lists, like the ones we've already named, right? Maybe not Christmas Vacation, because that was later, but not much later. I don't think.
Probably not. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure it was.
Probably close. All right.
YouTube spotlight.
All right. I cut you off in the mid.
I didn't. Sorry, not to cut you off, but no, I couldn't. Sure, it sounds good. So I just didn't watch it.
All right, let me share the screen. Yeah, I did see that movie. I didn't think it was too great. I don't think I even finished it, to be honest.
Which one are you talking about?
The sequel to that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't. I don't think I even watched it. I know he was like the father in it or something, but I think.
Yeah. All right, so here we have a channel. Andy, there's a ton of video game pickers out there, and I don't really buy video games. I bought one batch of video games, and the footage got corrupted. It was a great buy. It was gonna be a great video, but my pug threw my storage, what do you call it, my external hard drive across the room by tripping over the wire, and that file is sort of gone. So, but there's a ton of huge video game resellers out there, huge channels. My buddy here who I watched, though, the Picking Preacher, he's got this channel a little bit bigger than mine, similar size, but a little bit bigger. We started about the same time, I think, but he's the best editor, I think, on YouTube. I mean, this guy's such a funny editor. And my pug was fine, Dan. Thank you. Yeah, she didn't get hit by it. She just tripped on the wire and it sent flying. But let me go over to the play here. Let me see. I'll make this a... Does that fill up the screen better, Andy? Yeah, that's better.
A little bit, yeah.
So I'm just going to show like 30 seconds here. It's basically his intro. His intros are great.
Guys, today we are going to a bunch of neighborhoods to see if they have any video games inside of their garage.
Hey, excuse me, sir.
Yeah, what's up?
I know you're,
I'm kind of weedy, man.
Yeah, I know you're mowing your lawn.
Oh.
I'm just curious if you have any video games you want to sell.
You want video games? Dude, I'm trying to take care of my lawn.
Do you have any video games for sale?
I mean, I might have some video games. I can go check.
No, that's wrong. Hey, what's up, man? Hey. Yeah, I'm filming a video for my YouTube channel, so. Yeah. All right, guys. So today was awesome. So I went to this neighborhood garage.
All right, I'll call it there. But you should check him out, Andy. I mean, that often his starts are like that, where they're like,
there's a skit beforehand.
Yeah, he's his kids are in some of them, his wife. He's a great editor and hysterical. Again, I don't even like video game content really, but I still watch them.
Yeah, that's like one thing I've seen a couple times where I don't know how I got onto it. I was watching something that and this guy was really into video games, and like there's obviously some like Grail video games, a lot of I think Nintendo and ones like that. And, there's a huge, fan base for those too.
Yeah.
That is kind of interesting, but yeah, that's cool. That's I'll have to check him out if he. That's gonna.
Yeah, but I know some of those people are aggressive. He seems like a pretty easygoing picker. I think he's trying to like buy or collect every Sega Saturn game, which I think some of the systems, like I know like Neo Geo is a rare system, and
yeah,
I don't know if original Nintendos are that rare. Maybe some of them are, but
yeah. I know that some of the systems are like there's like Panther or some, I forget what it's called, but there's a couple that are like really maybe they're Neo Geos, but like that are when people see them, they're like, oh my god! I mean, they're $500-$600 or something like that in some cases. Some of the
Yeah.
games are insane too. They're upwards of 1,000, I think. So
Oh, for sure, yeah. And he does a live stream on Monday nights as well, like similar to this, where he'll have a guest on, or he'll it's pretty entertaining. It's like every other Monday night, not every Monday night. So I figured I would give him a shout out here. Definitely, guys, head over to his channel, The Picking Preacher, also named Keith as well. So good name. I'm not a big fan of my name, but but yeah, he's a good guy. So definitely give him a sub, check him out. If you can throw a comment on his video, told him I sent you over there. If you could, that'd be appreciated. Because he did the same thing for me in the past as well.
very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Sounds
So
good.
I think you were up with number 3, right, Andy?
Yeah. Now I'm a little torn here. I have a part of me doesn't want to go with kind of the elephant in the room. Like there's clearly like Christmas one. There's Christmas themed movies. And I mean, Keith and I have talked about a little bit about this. There are Christmas themed movies that, Elf, obviously, things like that. And then you have movies that are centered around Christmas and someday, and there's always that like back and forth on whether they're actually. Home Alone 2 is a pretty good example. I don't think that's or Home Alone for that matter. But I'm going to go with the classic one that always comes up, which is Die Hard. That's kind of the Bruce Willis in his heyday. Nakatomi Tower. It's a pretty classic movie centered around the holidays. Again, it's not like a holiday themed movie, but I think it's always, people do have one side or the other, whether like it's not a holiday movie or it is, but I think it is. And that's my number 3.
There's always a debate for that one for sure. Is that a holiday movie? I haven't seen it in a long time, to be honest.
It holds up. It holds up.
I'll try to get my son to watch it with me. Is there, as I said at the beginning, I think the rule for that, is there a Santa suit in the movie? I forget. Is there?
I don't know. I know there's I can't remember. I'm not sure. Yeah. I don't think that was the rule. But Die Hard is, I think most people.
It's fine. I mean, unless
you'll allow it.
Unless the chat really disagrees, I'd allow it. I'm sure vote. Yeah.
Well, I mean, is there a Santa suit in Home Alone 2? I don't remember. I mean, I don't know if I even saw it.
Yeah, there's a Santa suit. Okay. I'm pretty sure there is. I mean, he's running through New York, Times Square on Christmas. I think there's got to be a Santa suit.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
I mean, there's like Christmas trees and.
Okay.
All right, so that, I mean, I'm liking where I'm going with this draft because I really think, I mean, by the way, Andy, you won the first week.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure I won the second week, right? I mean, what week is this? Wait, maybe we didn't do a poll the first. Yes, we didn't do a poll the first week. Or did we?
Maybe we didn't do the third week. I don't know. Yeah, we have to get the poll back up for sure.
We did a poll the third week, and I won the poll. I mean, it was tied. It was tied on YouTube. I won on Instagram. So winner.
It's a pretty weak win in my opinion.
No, you won the second week. I think because of Philly special, people didn't really love my Eagles pick. But anyway, so I think I'm trending in the win direction with this one though, with the Christmas Story, the leg lamp.
Who says that?
I don't know. I'm saying that. That's
Home Alone 2? You didn't even take the original Home Alone. How could that be a winner?
Not to say I might have that chance.
Yeah.
But
Die Hard people, if you are a Die Hard like proponent of a Christmas show, then that's a great movie.
Yeah, but it's 50-50 probably, right? So you got 50% of the people are like, he loses 50%. And we'll see. We'll see. The time will tell.
90% say Home Alone 2 loses, in my opinion. So
I don't think I really don't think so.
All right.
So I was really worried you're gonna take my pick here. And this might not be a popular pick. And I love this movie and I would love to put it on Christmas Eve when we have family over. We have too many little kids running all over the place. So I can't really put it on. But Bad Santa.
Oh,
Bad Santa, man. Bad Santa should be a classic.
It's good. It's good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, everything about that movie I love, but there's like too many graphic sex scenes in the dressing room where he's like Santa's having sex with someone in the women's dressing room.
Bad Santa's a bit of a dark. I mean, it's a little darker for me.
It's definitely dark. Oh, it's dark, but it's dark and hilarious, right? Yeah. I mean, the whole little kid. Right. There we go. Yeah, Roman.
Oh,
I wanted Roman dies.
You're getting You're getting some heat. This is not great.
I'm getting bad sand in the round 3. That is a steal. That is a steal. That is Jalen Carter in the 9th or 8th pick. The 9th pick right there.
Jameer Gibbs at 12, maybe. Or actually, Sam Laporta at 33. That's what it is.
Well,
maybe.
We're not talking Lions here. I might have to.
Right.
I might have to get rid of my OG KOP there real fast because I did lose that pick.
Badly, yeah.
So there we go. Yeah. So Dan agrees.
Okay. Well, I need to finish strong.
Yeah. He's always trying to make the kid's always trying to make him a sandwich. Oh man. How about the what do you call that? The calendar, not a nativity calendar. What is that calendar called?
Oh, Advent.
Yeah, Advent. There's like all kind of random stuff stuck in there because he ate all the candy.
I guess clearly he's a fan. Okay. All right.
Yeah. That's a great pick. Okay.
I have to rewatch that. I haven't seen it in a while.
And I think my son's 15. I think he can watch that now. I mean, I still probably a little
risque.
Yeah, a little risque, but
I mean, listen, going into this, if I saw these top 3 picks, I would be pretty happy with where I'm at. Listen, maybe I'm the only one. Home Alone was not on my list. National Christmas Vacation clearly was. Bad Santa was on my list. I wasn't as high as you, clearly. But I'm also variety. I like having a little bit of everything. Got an action movie. I don't see an action movie on your side, so
yeah. I don't think you will. Yeah.
I don't think you will.
Well, I was going to take Bad Santa in the last round, so I was happy that I played that right.
Well, I was never going to take Home Alone 2 from you, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
Your 2 picks were safe.
Here we go, Andy. Let me get rid of that and do this. All right. So let me clear the comment here. So what I'm going to talk about this week, Andy, and this is something for you to look out for, whether it's in our garage buy boxes or if you're out picking or anyone else in the chat, if you get or watching on the replay, if you see these are vintage NFL Gund toys, Gun Gund. They were a toy in the 50s. They always have a little label on the bottom, National Football League. So these came in several varieties. We have this little doll. It's probably about 8 inches tall. They made all the NFL teams.
They also made like stuffed animals too, right? Animals, like stuffed animals.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. They made plush animals. So this is, I've never seen one of these in the box before. This is out of my personal collection. Cool. So yeah, it's a full. So yeah, they make other toys though too. They're a general toy maker. But if you have the big like 18-inch plush doll by Gund, this is a real rarity. I showed this in the week 1 of our podcast, but this is a wind-up gun toy, the 49ers. Ironically, I've only ever seen this in a 49ers. I don't have an Eagles one. I've never seen it in any other team. They might not have made it in any other team, but that's another gun one. And then I have 2 more, the last 2. There's an Eagles puppet. I have
that's horrifying.
Yeah, an Eagles puppet. And then there's a rare puppet. Hold on, let me do something here. Give me 1 second. It's a rare style this.
It's a little out of proportion for me on that one.
Yeah, and then the rare one.
Head. Yeah, is that what I think it is? There we go.
Yes, it's a rare one. But this one actually has like a little string you pull. This is a talking one. They made that one and this one.
We haven't won anything since 1957. We haven't
that
won
was
anything since 1957. We haven't won anything since 1957. We haven't won anything since 1957.
I hate you so bad.
They don't. It doesn't have a string. It doesn't have a string. Just so I don't want to mislead anyone. But I was waiting all week for that.
You are so proud of yourself, aren't you?
I am. Oh, I am. Oh,
I hate you so much. I will have my revenge. I will have my revenge.
Oh man. So yeah. So those are something definitely going to be on the lookout for. Gund NFL toys. These bring good money. The Eagles ones are all in my collection, but the Lions is for sale.
Yeah. By the way, do not push him forward on this. Do not instigate him anymore. He does not need all this praise is going to make him do more stuff.
Oh
like
man,
that.
I was waiting for. I was so excited for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good shot of that. Yeah, definitely a good shot.
All right.
Yeah, let me ask you
That's
a
good.
question though. I did see that question, Roman. So where do I source in the wintertime? So I set up on Sunday mornings at an antique market. That's like an indoor and outdoor market. I have a lot of pickers there who pick for me. So I do still source there over the winter. I still do go to my outdoor flea market over the winter as well. I haven't been in a few weeks, but I might go tomorrow, depending on what it looks like, as long as it's not raining. But that even they set up outside year round, even in like 20-degree weather, they'll be out there. So it's mainly flea markets, occasionally indoor antique markets, and estate sales. I'll hit. I do like going to estate sales. No yard sales. I don't really generally source at yard sales a ton anyway, because of what I like to pick, like, the antique stuff behind me. It's sort of rare to find that at yard sales. But I still go. All right. So let me get to the draft board again here.
All right. So I need to finish strong, apparently, from the chat. Although I don't know. There's some questionables. I feel like I think I won round one. Admittedly, vacation's still good.
Wait. Quick question though. Did you go? You went first last round, didn't you?
Oh, I'm not saying I'm picking that.
Okay. Yeah, I was just saying. So it was you, me. Let's see. Right. So you went.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay. I was just double checking. All right.
I'm just recapping, buddy.
I know.
Trying to be professional here.
Yeah. I thrift stores. I occasionally will hit a Goodwill bins. Back when my wife, we were selling books on Amazon a lot. We actually just stopped selling on Amazon. We called a lot of our books off of Amazon. So that's where I would mostly go there for books, but I like it. I still might go on occasion.
Why'd you stop selling the books? Is it just a pain?
No, it was ironic. And this is probably a good talking point. When there were some laws passed this year where you had to have updated address information on a lot of selling platforms. And I don't know if you had to do that, Andy. eBay, I don't think you had to, because we were already there anyway.
Yeah.
So we had to upload address information into our account on Amazon, which we did 4 or 5 times. We kept submitting it. It's a pain. Amazon seller support sucks. It's terrible. I mean, so we kept submitting it. It would go into a submission and they would not accept it, or would just not get it. I don't know what happened. So we kept doing it. And finally they closed the store because we hadn't entered this address information.
That's crazy.
So nothing was for sale. So I went through and sorted everything that was higher priced and recalled it. We had it was pretty disappointing for my wife because we had 20 packages from Amazon show up over the course of a week.
And none of them were good.
Yeah, they're all books that we paid to get shipped back to us. Right. So they're like 40 pounds each. So
that's tough.
Yeah. But they'll sell on eBay. We got to start listing them on eBay.
I know. We went the couple times that we've kind of picked, I guess, together, if you want to call it that. It's oh my God, he just would go after books for over and over again. We were sitting there for 45 minutes. It's just looking at books.
Oh, I filled my van up so many times with books. There's still a mound the size of my van in the warehouse of books. So we're going to get on that. But there's a mound of all kind of stuff over there. So it's not too bad. All right. So round four. So let's see.
So I'll even say, I mean, personally, I think I wouldn't have picked this way if I didn't think this was right, but maybe Keith has a slight lead. Bad Santa, I guess.
I like it.
Bad Santa was apparently a good pick. People love that. I think that's probably a good hill to die on for you. But let's see if you can.
Brandon's right.
All right,
Brandon's right.
I don't know about that.
Hey guys, get on the giveaway if you want to throw hashtag Batman. You get a choice of a vintage sealed wax pack. But yeah, all right. So I'm gonna cement my win here even a little further.
All right. I feel like you got some weird stuff coming.
No, I'm not even following my draft order as much anymore because I don't feel like I need to. I can just sort of
see this people
freestyle a bit.
Go for it. This is what happened to the Lions or with the Eagles. They were going strong, too confident, and then Jackson Smith and Jigma goes over top.
Come on now. Come on. Don't be hurtful.
Oh, yeah, the Lions haven't won since 1953.
Come on. That was comedy gold. That was comedy gold.
All right.
All right.
Keep it moving. What do you got?
All right. I'm going to go. One of the classic comedians of our time, especially like physical comedians. He can do it all. He can do it all. The Grinch, Jim Carrey, the Grinch. I mean, I'm not a huge, I'm not a big animated movie fan. So I exclude the animated Grinches for me, but the live action Grinch with Jim Carrey. And I mean, that's a movie that I'll watch. I was on this afternoon. I was watching it. That's,
it's good. I'm not sure. I don't know that I like I think the live action one was not as good for me personally.
Oh, terrible, Andy. Terrible.
Well, good thing, Dan, you're one of hopefully many that is going to be voting in, not the final say.
And also, Andy, it was even on last night when we're falling asleep. My dog Kipper, who my Whippet, who I'm wearing my little Whippet Christmas crew neck here. Kipper even loves the movie because he was barking his tail off at that dog. He hates Grinch's dog. I forget his name, but man, he's growling at him, barking at him.
So the one thing we did talk about too before we got on was whether we could do multiple Grinches, like Grinch. And what we decided, I think, which is the right move, is that you decide which Grinch you want, but the other person can't take another Grinch. Like I can't take Grinch of, the 80s version, and I can't take the Grinch with the most recent animated version. So yeah. I mean, it's a good box out method too, by not letting me take that. But okay, so
this is a runaway.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe I feel like I'm better off than I am, but it seems like I'm not. So maybe I need to throw a little bit of a wrench into the system and go with one that's not sort of stereotypical. I guess it's pretty well known and but it's not your stereotypical Christmas movie, and that's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Tim Burton and Jack Skellington, of course. Pretty good movie, and as far as like an animated style movie, pretty cool, and like one of his cooler movies. So what are your thoughts on that? Is that you look confused? Maybe
no, be honest, I've never seen it.
Oh my God,
I've never seen it. I'm not a big animated movie fan. I know it's probably been on when my son and my wife were watching it, but I've never seen it, at least in its completion.
You should watch it. It's really good. It's well done. There you go.
Yeah, Dan's right. No Grinch though. I mean, it's probably not, I know. I'm sure that's a good pick. I really, I've never seen it, but
Dan, his Grinch though is also
Nightmare on Elm Street. What is it?
Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare Before Christmas. Jeez. But you have to love his Grinch too. That's the only thing. The problem with Grinch. I like the other Grinches better, but that's
but you're hurting yourself here. You would go the animated Grinch over Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
That's classic.
Oh,
all right.
You hurt yourself for no reason with that.
Listen, I know a lot of these people are more followers of you, so
no,
potentially
they're an honest group of people.
I know,
honest group of people.
Of course they are. Of course.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not liking this, but all right. I'm gonna have to bring the heat next time. That's all it is. I don't know which one to go with.
All right, this is going to be a very brief what's hot here. This is not necessarily an item that's selling, but like a technique here. And something that you need to be doing over there in King of Pennant land. So I had a group of 20 of these vintage 1999 Eagles gift wrap, like sealed gift wraps, right?
Okay.
So I had sealed gift wraps. Let me how do you share the other screen? I think I can do it this way, right? Give me 1 second.
Hopefully you don't share something you shouldn't.
No, come on. Here we go. This one. Just another image of it, right? Did that show up, a different one? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. But Andy, if you go over to this channel, the Reseller Information Network. You
Okay.
look for their how to use Photo Room, right? You got to start using Photo Room. They take you through it. They have a coupon code over here, but down here, I think right here, down in the bottom right corner, how to use Photo Room. But check out this image. Again, you saw this image, right? Nothing terribly exciting. Watch this image right here. Watch this. Look at that, the beauty of that image. I almost bought it. I already owned it. That image is, you get that sells it.
It looks good.
I sold 19 of these things in the course of like 2 weeks just by
wow.
Using and then here's the other image that I was photo rooming. So,
and even with the Eagles' recent issues,
well, I sold them before that. They would have sold anyway.
Of course.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah, that's cool.
Hit the like button, everyone. Appreciate that.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's for anyone who's not using it. If you're a reseller, definitely get over there. Check out Reseller Information Network. They have a coupon code where you save money. And I mean, I use it on a lot of my items, hats. You don't have to worry about it. I used to do so much work to get the perfect background. You don't have to do it anymore. This does it for you.
Interesting. Okay.
It was all Eagles, Dan. Yeah, I bought this massive Eagles collection. It was all Eagles. I still have a couple other types, but I had
did you sell more than like normal paper would go for?
They sold for like 20 to 25 each plus shipping, and the shipping was like $12 each. So
it's probably
they're like 36
super
inches long.
easy. Yeah.
So it's a good sale. Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Yes, that's a little what's hot there.
Yeah, I never thought about that actually. We don't see that very often, but
yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm here to teach. Here to teach you.
No, thank you so much. All right, finalizing the draft. Okay, and we got. I think we should discuss a few after this too, because I definitely had some that were close.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't know. I feel like mine have not struck the mark, and I'm not. You know what? I'm not drafting. I'm drafting from my heart. Okay. There's two on my list right now, and I'm not sure which one to go with.
Go against your instinct, because obviously your instinct has not been your friend for this draft.
Shut up. Okay. I am going to go with, I don't know, you might not like this one, but all right. I'm going to go with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the stop motion version. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
of course
I
you
know.
do, right?
I know. I've seen it, but I'm not a fan of any. I know my wife loves those she grew up with that kind of stuff. I don't think I even watched that as a kid. I was those are
from like the 50s or 40s, I think, actually.
Yeah. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
pretty classic. And in terms of like Christmas movie, like that's the one that I remember always watching growing up. Classic. And that it's just kind of that it's what I think of. Like I mean, I guess there's not a lot of Rudolph movies out there, so maybe I think there's a couple of them, but that's about as classic as you get, I think, for me as a Christmas movie. You should watch it. I mean,
I think maybe I have seen it. I didn't watch it as a kid. I don't think. A lot of my youth I spent as like reading classic literature. Just joking. I don't know what the hell.
Well, that's perfect timing on that comment.
Yeah. Thanks, Brandon. Is that? Oh man, I love Rankin Bass. I love that. Who Rankin Bass is, Andy? They did the Lord of the Rings, the Return of the King, or the Lord of the Rings animated series. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know they did that. I might have to check it out again.
Oh, I think I redeemed myself with that pick. I was a little worried that people were not going to like that. All right, I'm feeling better.
No,
because the one thing Keith does is not finish strong.
To be honest, I would want to choose something a little out of the box here, because I have some. Well, I'll save them for the honorary mentions at the end here. But this is such a layup that you didn't pick this. You already not telescoped. What are we looking for, Henny? You showed your cards early on that you weren't a fan, so I knew I could wait till late rounds to take Home Alone #1 in the fifth round, a steal.
Wow.
I mean,
you were doubling down on Home Alone.
Yeah, I got to if it's still there, right? I mean, I didn't want to because it's like
wow. That's all I have to say. I think that was a mistake.
I mean, no. The only mistake people might be like, why is he taking Home Alone 5 and not like? But no, that is not a mistake.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know why. I don't think that's wouldn't have been on my list. And certainly the problem I think you have is a little diversity here. You only got 2 Home Alones on there.
I'm not about diversity. Yeah, there are some classics here for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
definitely.
got Miracle on 34th Street. You have
we can talk about the other ones now, but yeah, Frosty the Snowman animated. Charlie Brown was on my list. Yeah, Miracle on 34th.
Oh, Dan, I lost Dan.
There we go.
I
knew it. You were so cocky at the end. You were basically doing a little trot, you were Terrell Owens going to the Dallas Star. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life.
Those are the 2 classic ones that people would have put, like It's a Wonderful Life and Miracle on 34th Street. I'm going to be honest.
Push comes to shove. I'm not sure I have either.
I don't know if I've seen either of those movies. I know I've heard of them. Yeah.
Well, push comes to shove, I'm not watching either of them either. If I, sitting down, right? If they're on TV, I'm not watching them.
Andy, that's the same for your draft board from almost entirely, except for Elf and Die Hard. I wouldn't watch any of that.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Christmas Story, Nightmare Before Christmas. I know that's, and then
I'm not watching either Home Alone. Okay, so let's do it. I have a few others which I think could have made the list. Maybe it would have changed it up a little bit. I don't know what I would have changed though, other than maybe.
Andy, let's do round 2 of Sale of the Week, and then we'll do our honorary mentions. One more Sale of the Week we're going to do, and then we'll. All
right, you got it from. You want to go first, or you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Sale of the Week.
All right, let me get to this. We'll do this quick because we had 3. We figured we'll split them up a little bit, and then we'll do our honorary mentions. I'll see if the one honorary mention I had was going to earn me back Dan's vote. Where's this guy? Where is this guy?
Yeah.
We should get
Dan, I'm with you, Dan. I mean, I think you go with one or the other, personally, in my opinion. I mean, you go if you're 2, then go 2. But I don't.
No, I mean you got to choose it if it's still there on the board, right? You got to take it.
That's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Throwing a pennant at me, huh? Okay.
Yeah. So this is cool. This is a 1963 NASA like Faith 7, 22 orbits around the world space pennant. Pretty cool. Pretty cool pennant.
Okay, so my and again, people in chat, feel free to vote. We or guess your price on this. I'm going to go talk through it on my end of what I kind of think. So I do have a couple Space Center, like Kennedy Space Center pennants from Florida, and a couple others maybe that are similar space themed, which haven't sold super well, which I was a little surprised about. But I feel like this one may be going to sell a little better. I don't think it's going to be a huge monster, like $100. I don't think it's going to be that high, Mark, but maybe I'm wrong. I think it's going to be under 100 for me, I think. And I'm going to guess probably, it could even be lower than this, but I'm going to guess 65 on this. And I think that might even be a little high, but we'll try. We'll see. I know there's on these pennants that are like, you only have like $6 or $12 range on this. So lower end pennants, but
let's see how you did.
Finger guns, baby.
I am stupefied. Are you 3-0 this week?
I think I am, baby. Nailing it. Knocking it out of the park, baby. Woo-wee!
So I get, there you go. BD almost a penny off. She didn't even need the 10%, really. Or she, sorry. I know it's a dog in the emoji there. But yeah, it was, I forget what did you say, Andy?
I said your price? 65.
65. Okay. Yeah. You're right at the top of the 10%. It was like 66 was the top end.
Yeah.
So that was a good guess. There was a lot of good guesses in the chat.
You did that math all in your head? That's impressive.
No, I calculated it ahead of time.
Did you really? Keith, 10%?
Well, I could have done that one, but the other ones were like 185. That was easy. Well, I do it 10%.
It's $18.50.
Yeah, but I want to add it again.
Okay.
I just multiply by 0.9 and 1.1.
Okay.
Come on now.
Nailing
smarter,
it, baby.
Smarter, not harder.
Killing it this week. Not gonna lie. I wasn't sure on it, but yeah, I mean that's.
I can't.
You
I just
thought
can't
you
get
were
over
gonna
it.
throw me there, right? Did you think?
No, I didn't think it was going to throw you. I just didn't think you were going to go 3-0. I mean, that's ridiculous.
I know. I was a little surprised too.
At least you're winning something this week, and not since you're not winning the draft.
Well, the Lions won too, so I'm okay with that.
Oh.
Keeps getting better. All right. See this one. So I will say it. I think it was in the notes too that it was, because I do not think this is an actual 1967. It's a reproduction of the something. Or it's not. I'm not even sure this pennant existed before.
You know what the name for that is?
I don't know. No, teach me. Oh,
yeah, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. Well, no, I say, teach me OGKOP.
No, I don't need to say that.
Say that.
No.
Which is okay.
I don't need to clip that and put it on my ringtone.
All right. So that's called a fantasy piece. All right, when it was never really made originally, and they made it, they made it now. You see that a lot in different memorabilia, which is in a piece like this. I know it's not made to fake. They made it as like a throwback looking piece. But this is not a new piece. I remember we looked at this together. I think when this came in the 30,000 pennants.
Yeah, this is
like 80s, 70s, 80s.
Probably, yeah, definitely had that. I mean, so it wasn't. You can tell, I think, a lot of these pennants on their age by the kind of the softness of the felt and the whether they're super stiff, and there's like kind of that 80s through 90s, probably even like some of the newer ones are even softer again. Some of them are, not all.
Yeah, some of the real new ones. Yeah, they're just a very different kind of wool felt.
Yeah. But and I'm not sure this is even Windcraft, which is like the very common one, but it may be.
I remember we discussed this, and we were discussing pricing because I know some people were selling it, if I recall, when we were comping it out, they were selling it as original, right? But we knew it wasn't. I think they were just trying to advertise it as original. We had
some other ones similar. Like we have another pennant that's very similar to that. Like the new old version of it. But but go ahead.
Some of these guesses I think are pretty darn close. So what I'm going to say is I think you listed it for $99.99, but you took an $85 offer. 99 to 85. Okay. 85 is my answer.
85 is your answer. Okay.
Yeah. I don't get both. Unless you want to.
Karate, I'll kick your ass.
Oh.
Well, let's go back. I just want to see the comments again. You were right. You should have ran with what you said the first time. $99. It was they took it. Yep. That's a winner.
99 or 99.99.
I think it was $99.99. So
okay, let's see if Roman nailed it right on.
I have the actual thing. I can find it for you. But go ahead, you can keep talking.
No, that was okay. I was right on the price then, pretty much. I mean,
well, you were, but it's not what it sold for. So
that's just my knowledge there. Deep knowledge.
The breaks. I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. No, so yeah, $99.99.
All right, yeah, all right. That's a nice sale for sure. And you gotta love those when you don't have to even don't have to even take an offer, right? And tell you, and people in the chat, let me know if you ever do this. I've had a lot of items where you get like lowball, sort of annoying offers, right? And a lot of people don't get annoyed by offers. I get annoyed by offers at times.
It angers you.
Yeah, you get lowball offers, you decline it. Lowball offer, decline it. And if you get like 3 or 4 of them, what I do is I turn off offers and put it up and just let the buy it now sit. And then immediately, like a day later, somebody buys it. So I don't know if anybody else does that, but if you get a lot of offers that you don't want to take and there's just so many of them, there's a lot of interest, just turn off the offer and let somebody come scoop it up.
A lot of people trying to get from the bottom there.
Yeah. It was a lot.
Okay. But yeah, so that was, it was, just so happened it was quite a few. I don't know about you. I decline them. So.
Yeah, I decline them. I'm going to be honest, if it's like an offer that I don't find offensive, I don't get offended. I just don't, I'll counter offer. But if it's like, if I have $100 item and they offer me 40, I just decline it. I don't let it expire. I know there's some talk about if you don't respond to offers quickly, that hurts you algorithmically. Is that via the it hurts the algorithm?
Sure.
Algorithmically, I can't say that, but yeah. So I do try to respond relatively quickly when I see them. The only time I don't respond is if I get an offer. If I have something up for $100, like Andy's Pennant, for example, if I had $100 price on it and somebody offered 80, and if I just listed it and 80 is a good offer, I'll let it sit, hoping someone comes in and buys it right away at the full price. And I'll let it sit for 6-7 hours and then I'll accept it. Because sometimes if that offer is sitting there, you have a little time to wait and see if somebody is going to pay a little bit more on it. So I'll do that.
Yeah. And from the Pennant side too, like most of the stuff that on the Pennant side that we're selling, it's like, from $20 to $30. Some of these, go for higher, but like we take a lot of offers. Yeah. I would rather turn them over than to kind of sit on too many offers. I think some of them, like if they're really nice, expensive Pennant and the comps are there and somebody's trying to lowball you. I had an interesting situation at one time. Do you remember that, Keith?
The football player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were not happy that I didn't want to sell to them for what they wanted.
You can tell the story. Don't give details.
Well, okay. They were a football player on the team. It was just a semi-pro football team. And there was a bunch of comps for this thing at like 125 or 150 or something. And that's what I had it for. And I think they had offered a bunch and then eventually they emailed or messaged and said, I'll give you 60 or 80 for it or something like that. He's like, it shouldn't even sell for that. He's like, but I played on the team. So I was like, okay. And then I said, okay, well, the least I'm going to do is like 120 or I forget, it was 100 or something like that. They were not happy.
They're blasting you.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, they're like, this is going to sit there for you. He's like, they were trying to pull every string they could. And I was like,
yeah.
Anyway, I just, did not work. It's unfortunately the Pennant's still sitting, but
yeah, it'll sound. Well, I think you blocked that person, right?
I did block him.
Yeah. I know I talked to Dan on his channel about it. I'm quick to block. I mean, I love impressive. Blocking. There's nothing more than adding that name to that list and submitting that block list. Oh man, I love it.
So do you have you can do, I know you're doing the cards soon too. Were there any other ones that you were thinking about on your list?
Well, let me give the people a last chance and then we'll draw at the end, but I'll go over the movies. So yeah, if you want to throw hashtag Batman in the chat, you get your choice of a 81 Fleer sealed waxback, first year Fleer, a Alf waxback, the most desirable of all non-sports packs, at least in my opinion. Yeah. And then Batman. So depending on what you're a fan of, you get a free wax pack there. Just throw hashtag Batman in the chat. I did see a couple earlier, so just give people last chance.
Cool. Yeah, while you're waiting for that.
You go first.
So I had a couple others that I don't think they were close. Trading Places do you remember that movie?
I had that in there. Yeah.
So I don't know. I just didn't think of that as like a big time Christmas movie. I know he did have a Christmas costume on at some point.
Yeah. I had it as more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard, to be honest.
Nah.
And that was the movie I had instead of Home Alone 2. Because that's some great Eddie Murphy humor there. I know Andy's a fan of the nude scene there, a little Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So I had that on my list. That's great.
That's a great movie. Scrooged. Did you have that one on your list?
I had that on my list. Yeah, I had that on number 12. So yeah.
Interesting.
That was some good ones.
The Scrooge. I was between Scrooge and Rudolph. I thought, and then the only other one that I really liked that I didn't put on, and it's a fairly recent one actually, and it's like not a great actual movie, I guess, but like Four Christmases. Have you seen that? I
put that on there. Yeah,
I love that.
I number 9. It's funny. Yeah, I love anything that he does. Blanking on his name right now. What's his name? We all know who he is. I can't. Why am I totally blanking on his name?
It's not Ben. I'm thinking Ben Affleck. No, you're killing me now. Now that you threw it in my head,
we'll think of it. Yeah. We'll think of it. Somebody's gonna tell us. Dad don't know who it is. He just talked about it on his podcast. There we go. Vince Vaughn. Yeah, he talked about it on his podcast today.
That one was. It's not a great movie, but it's pretty funny.
It's
Girlfriend.
good.
we watched it this past weekend, I think. And,
John Favreau is like the wrestler.
John Favreau's in it.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, there's some really good actors too, like John Voight's in it. Who is it? Not De Niro. There's another older good actor.
I forget. Yeah, I saw parts of it recently. I didn't see the whole.
There's some like laugh out loud scenes, like when the baby throws up on her, and he's like, I can't be around you. You gotta go.
Yeah, even the scene where he's like playing. Is he playing like baby
Jesus?
Yeah,
no, he's playing.
Like, he's so into it. He's like, it's a good movie. I had a couple. One I'm surprised we didn't pick because I've seen. It's similar to Die Hard. It's not really a Christmas movie, but it's set in Christmas. Gremlins. A lot of people choose on the Christmas list.
I didn't think about that one.
And this wouldn't have won me any votes, so I left it out. But huge fan of an actress in this movie. Probably get me in trouble with the wife for even nominating this as an honorary mention. But Love Actually.
Oh God!
Huge Keira Knightley fan. So I should put that on the list just for that sake. But I mean, that's an okay movie.
I don't know. I actually don't think I've ever seen it.
You gotta watch it.
No, I don't think you should suggest that. It's a bad idea.
Yeah? What?
Girlfriend was gonna watch this and say that we have to watch it now, which is
definitely
gonna ruin my weekend. But
Mrs. KOP, you gotta watch Love Actually. I mean, it's like there's a good cast there. I forget who they all are at this point.
you just remember Keira Knightley clearly.
Yeah, that's her in her peak too. That's peak Keira right there.
Okay.
It is. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's throw up that list one more time and then.
Let me draw the wax pack giveaway real fast, and then I will we'll throw up that.
Don't you dare, Dan. That is sacrilegious. Yeah. Do you have before we go? We should probably we can make this a longer discussion at some point. Do you have anything like things that you have to do for Eagles games like that, like jerseys you have to wear or certain things like that, or like do you have the classic, I don't know, something you eat before an Eagles game that you feel like
that? Good question. Well, I'll take it in the two ways. I mean, one, I go to every home game. So every home game, we go to the same diner, me and my dad. I get the same meal, at least for like the last 5 years. Same meal at the diner last 5 years.
What is that?
Go an omelet. Go with a Greek omelet. I used to go like heavier, like a cream chip beef or something.
Oh, cream chip beef is pretty good though.
Side of scrapple, but no, it's all Greek omelet. Try to stay lean and I'm gonna go too heavy of a meal. But that's my I don't tailgate ever. I've never tailgated. But I have missed 3 home games in 20 years. So, but that's my ritual. The diner, every game we walk from the diner to the stadium.
Yeah,
that's my home game ritual.
I remember that. I mean, I remember doing that with you once.
Yeah, you did it. You did with me. Yeah, there we go. A little Scrapple fan. But my home
slips and assholes.
My road game, I've become a lot less, superstitious. I was an insane superstitious fan. I used to wear a helmet.
Oh, wait, you used to change it because if they're on defense or offense, right?
Exactly. I would wear the helmet only when the Eagles were on defense. And on very special big plays, I would stroke the wings for good luck. So that I'm
glad you said wings.
Yeah, exactly. Don't cut that up. But
1953 is come back at you.
57. But yeah, I would stroke the wings for big plays, and I would hold a football when the offense is on the field. I still hold the football, but no helmet anymore. It's very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable to lean back in a couch wearing a football helmet.
Yeah, of course. Because do
you really, Roman? You wear a helmet? Yeah, I should do it again. Maybe for next to turn the look around.
Yeah, because I got a new jersey recently. Well, I got a couple new jerseys. I had a Penny Sewell and a Hayden Hutchinson, and I can't wear the Penny Sewell. It's cursed right now. Every time I wear it, they lose. But I'll tell you one quick story, and then we can do the giveaway. But so I think it was a couple weeks ago. It was this it was the Saints game, and That was the time. That was the time they scored 21 points in like 6 minutes. Do you remember that? I don't know if you saw that at all.
Yeah, was it the Chargers game or what game was that?
No.
Bears?
This is the Saints game.
Okay.
And so my girlfriend's dad had brought over chicken salad or something that day, and so which I mean I like. It's fine. It's not my favorite though. So they won. They put up 21 points. I was like, well, crap, I'm going to have to eat chicken salad now. The next week they lose to the Bears or something like that. Didn't have chicken salad that day. And then this past weekend they played the Saturday game, and we went up to my girlfriend's dad's house, and he has chicken salad, and they beat the snot out of the Broncos. So now I'm forced to have chicken salad for the rest of the season.
Did you watch it there?
No, we
came back for the game.
It was an 8:00 game, so
you can't mess with fate there. Now that's, I mean, I've done that. I won't change a jersey if it's for home games. I'll keep wearing the same jersey or this. I have this lucky T-shirt that it's a Mojo Dojo NFT, very paper thin T-shirt that I wear under my jersey or under my crew neck. As I wear that, that was my good luck charm last year. But so I do have some clothing superstitions, but nothing as insane as the helmet anymore.
That's good that you grew out of that. But
yeah,
all right, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's see. You got the hashtag Batman here. I know there was more. Why is this thing not? It's only said one entry, but I know there's more than one
maybe
person,
just
right?
people that are still here.
That could be it. Yeah, that could be it.
That's the only problem, I think.
I think I saw Dan. Huh.
You go back. We can do it. You can do it a different way too, right? Probably. I mean, like.
Yeah, what I'll do is I will look through the chat and I will I'll do a spinning wheel. Let me do it that way.
Cool. Well, you want to do that as a separate video, or you want to do it right now?
Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can search through it. Let me try to. I guess I'll do it afterwards. If we.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. I'll search through it on my own time, and I'll figure out. I'll do a little spinning wheel, and I'll figure out the winner for you guys. I think it was like three or four entries I saw.
Yeah. Yeah, and reach out to them. We'll let them know. Cool.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Let me show the draft board here, and then we can we'll be signing off. So next week, as we said, we're gonna draft the best football nicknames. Probably football, right? We talked about if we don't come up with enough good ones, we might branch out and do all sports, but I think there's enough good ones. I don't think that'll be a problem.
Yeah. The thing is too, like, I don't know if you want to, football will have a bunch, baseball has a bunch, but other than that, there's only two. I mean, those would be the only two I think that makes sense to do. I mean, it would be kind of cool because maybe we even do something like football and just not baseball, but you can include anybody else you want, something like that. But
yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
there we go. So we have our draft board. If you want to throw in the chat who we got, it's player nicknames.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if you want to give us your thoughts in the chat, but more importantly, after we're done, I'm gonna put up a poll in our YouTube, in my community section of my YouTube channel. Throw a vote in there. I mean, maybe hopefully Andy gets at least one vote. I don't want him to get shut out. I don't want to be mean about it, right?
I don't know, man. You may have shot yourself in the foot with the Home Alone thing.
But maybe talk amongst yourselves. I don't want everyone. I'll be the one person to vote for Andy, and then everyone does, right? So maybe don't give many votes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. Anything else?
All I'm saying is I'm not pandering to everybody. You can clearly see Keith is, so he's.
I wasn't pandering.
Concerned. You're pandering. You're
pandering. I was just talking trash. There we go. We already got a Keith vote. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I like some of Andy's choices too, but there was enough. It was just some reaches. I mean, I don't know.
Reaches. Okay. All right.
We'll let the people decide. The people speak.
Yes. And if I lose this week, I'm coming back with vengeance next week.
Start working
with that. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it, Dan. Appreciate it. Guys, everyone check out Dan's channel. He has a great podcast, Pocket Change Podcast, which we showed, I think, 2 weeks ago, and his channel, his regular channel as well, as does Roman Anytime Picker. Definitely check their channels out. But guys, we're going to see you next week. Everyone have a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays if you celebrate something else. And we will be back next Wednesday, 8:00.
Sounds great.
Thanks,
See
everyone.
you guys.
Take care.